Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Thursday night on Bad Dog Comedy TV, live on YouTube and the Mirchi Comedy Show, starring Monica, Carolyn, Stephanie, Netta, and NOJ. With your host, Nilu Handa.
I'm imagining that you're clapping so loudly at home, so thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Give it up for Sean Murray on the technicals. It's fantastic. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on Mirchi Comedy. We haven't done one of these in a while. It was like December, I think we celebrated Hanukkah and all the late Diwali with you. And that was a fun show. But we thought, hey, why not have a show in this in this time to bring some late summer fun to everybody? Yeah. It's so weird to like not see anybody. Oh, yay. I got a yay from Elizabeth Staples. You know what? Bless you. Thank you. Very good. I love it. What did you hear that? My phone rang. Sometimes you just need to breathe. And I'm reminded because I have this book on my desk, Wisdom of Sundays by Oprah Winfrey. I'll read passages from it if you'd like to. It opened on ego, so that's not a good sign. So I'll just put that one away for now because that feels like it's not good. Yeah, so tonight we've got a really fun show. We've got a couple of stand-ups. We might have three. We don't know what's happening. Sabrina's at the hospital right now because she works there, and she's trying to set things up. We might get a video from her. We might not, but that's what we got to do, right? We just got to roll with the punches here. But we have wonderful performers for you tonight, and we have an improv set by, and if you're like a Mirchi head, you know, long-term Mirchi had been following us in 2015. You know, we have an improv team, and they're the Mirchilies is what they're named now. So we've got Monica Garrido, yay, and Caroline Doss, yay. And we've, we're just going to kick it tonight, and we're going to have some fun. Are you all ready for some fun? It's great. I'm so disoriented by my voice here. I heard my voice on YouTube. Okay. To help us out too, I just wanted to ask you for this improv set, we'd love to get some suggestions from you. And what I'm looking for is like genres of movies, like maybe a Western or maybe like, a sex romp or like something that's like, a Christian Science movie or something. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I just made it up. But you make something up too. And put it in the YouTube chat for us. And then we'll pull your suggestions later for the games, which would be very helpful. And yeah, that's all you have to do. So just sit back and relax and laugh at home, obviously. And also you can write LOL on the screen if you'd like to. That would help us out a lot. We're very needy people with ego needs, as I told you from the Oprah book. The page opened to ego, so that's a sign of what's happening here tonight. What's happening in the news, everybody? We got a federal election coming up. How about that, huh? I have no comment about it. I really don't know what the fuck to talk about. It's like, if you're not going to clean up the world, I don't know what you want. If you're not going to just fix everything, if you don't have that mission, then I don't want you. I think who I'm going to vote for is Baby Singh. That's right, Baby Jagmeet Singh Jr., whoever. I'm very excited about that. As a fellow Punjabi, I know how proud he is to not have people on his back anymore, asking him that question of when he's going to have a kid. So God bless you and congratulations, and the more power to you. Brittany is free. She's getting closer every day. Is that what's happening? I feel like that's great for her. Well done. Congratulations. I hope she's okay. I don't have a joke about that. I feel like it's like sad, but it's also like, girl, us brown kids know about overbearing dads and stuff like that. So we feel you. It's bad. My dad's wonderful. I said that as a joke. My dad's so great. Sorry if my dad's watching. He's not. I know he's not. But the thing I really want to talk to you about right now is something very near and dear to my heart. And I find it's very important to me. I don't know if you have all seen F-Boy Island on HBO Max via Crave here in Canada. It is the epitome of trash TV, and I love it. I think it's like the best show for the garbage parts of me. It's really fun. It's, as the name indicates, it's about it's a dating game, really, where people are trying to find everlasting love. 3 women in particular. They go onto an island, and they have 24 contestants of men to choose from. So 12 of the men are nice guys, self-proclaimed nice guys, and the other 12 are self-proclaimed fuckboys. And they don't know who's who, so they just have to go on their instinct, these women, to figure out if these men who are throwing themselves at her feet are fuckboys or nice guys. And I gotta tell you, they are all fuckboys. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. It is fun, and watch it. I think you should watch it because you'll feel vindicated about it, and you'll feel like it's better than anything. You take your Ted Lasso. I don't need that. I need reality. That's what I need. Okay, I'm not going to be angry anymore. This is good. Are you ready to get started? I'm sure you are. I can't tell, so we'll just go with it. Our first performer is a stand-up, and their name is NOJ. She is a former spoken word artist and has performed in shows including Black Like She, Shade Toronto, Bankrupted Bougie, and Dat Gal Funny. She's got a production company called Bish Funny, and NOJ coordinated the Laugh Along Weekend online comedy show with an all-ladies lineup. And she has also co-produced a Bag of Foolishness comedy series, Jingle Jokes and Vibes and Feelings, the Emotional Open Mic. I'm clearly reading this, and I don't think I got that right. And Feelings, the Emotional Open Mic. And OJ recently appeared on the Afterlife podcast to discuss life, death, and who is going to DJ her funeral. That's very important. She's also currently hosting Let 'Em Eat Laughs, a series of conversations with comedians about food and culture. And if we're not about food and culture, what are we about? I don't know. So please put your hands together, sit back and relax, and please welcome to the stage, NOJ.
Hey, thanks for having me. Nelu, I could tell you are a kindred spirit because you very well know how important it is to know who is DJing your funeral. Like, we got to talk about the important topics here. I want to thank the whole virtual audience out there who may or may not be listening to me at this time. Who knows? I don't know. I don't care. I'm just happy to have a voice out here to say something to somebody when nobody else is listening to me in this house. And as always, I'd like to thank this amazing green screen back here. It's hiding all of my unfolded laundry, it's hiding my dirty dishes, and it's hiding the swarm of wild hogs that eat up all my food and give me very little in return and leave my place in a swatch of destruction, my family. Yes, I'd like to thank my family. Personally, I think really everybody should have one of these screens. It's amazing. I need one of these to hide my sins, to hide my lies, and essentially to hide the entirety of everything that I did in the 1990s. This is what I need a screen like this for. And I know you can't tell by looking at me, obviously, but I really should be in the Hot Gal Witness Protection Program because, you know, when you look like a librarian, nobody ever thinks that you wear booty shorts and you're out there skinning out in the clubs on your head until the break of dawn and all that good stuff. So this screen makes me say things like, past? What past? I have no past. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a good girl. So yeah, I was a good girl. I was a nerdy girl turned hot girl. But today I'm something else, you know, and I'm just going to come right out and say it because no virtual green screen background or anything can hide what I have become in my life today. I am a middle-aged, married, minivan driving mother. I know it's not sexy. Erections are deflating worldwide just at the sound of my voice. That's my superpower. right now. I'm a middle-aged minivan driving mother, and I have 4 kids, which is pretty much the least sexy part about having had all of that sex to begin with. I mean, really, what was the point? People want to talk about, the consequences of unprotected sex. I mean, the sex was good, but the consequences, you don't even want to know about these consequences. The consequences is that you too could end up driving a beige Dodge Caravan, beige, with double sliding doors and stow and go seating, right? A beige minivan, that is literally its own form of birth control. And while we're talking about birth control, which I obviously know very little about, how's that COVID sex life going? I can't see anybody out there, but I'm just, give me something, give me some energy, give me a thumbs up. If it's good, stick your tongue out. Hopefully you've been using it. I have no idea. Before COVID, I would say I barely even had a sex life because, when I got married 20 years ago, yes, I said it, 20 years ago, I'm middle-aged, but bish, I am Black. People need to recognize all of this Black privilege. We look good. We know we look good. Colonizers are impressing us all throughout history, and we still look this good. Basically, Black looks matter. Yep, I said it. Plus, we bathe a lot. It helps. And if you don't know, now you absolutely do know. So, yes, I got married 20 years ago, and we just started having kids, one after the other. And you just get so busy and it's so overwhelming. You're just pushing people out and feeding them, pushing people out and feeding them, pushing people out and feeding them. It's like I went underground for like 10 years in some kind of baby bunker. And society expects you to raise them, right? Go figure. So it's push, feed, clean, drive, nod, smile, homework, and occasionally sleep before you just get up in the morning and do the whole thing all over again. By the time I came up for air, hip hop was garbage and everybody was eating ass. Like, whoa. When did that trend start? Excuse me? And why is it just out here for public consumption, if you will? People are out here talking and pushing me into a full-on mother meltdown. I was not prepared for this level of information. People are saying, oh, eat the booty like groceries. Excuse me? I do all the groceries around here, okay? And I do not need to see anybody getting bootylicious in the bakery section. Plus, some people need a cleanup on all 5 before we even go there. Am I right? Okay, I'm right. But as I was saying, the upside of COVID is that married sex, what little of it there is back in style. Woohoo! Now, before the pandemic, I'll tell you, all of my single friends, all of them, especially the guys, were like, look at me. I'm so hot. I'm having sex every weekend with different people all weekend. Woohoo! Look at you poor married suckers, all locked down for the rest of your lives. Boo-hoo! Right. And then when the real lockdown happened, you know what? Hookup life just wasn't what it used to be anymore, was it? Haha, y'all got nothing. Meanwhile, us dusty old married folks are out here getting freaky like generic brand Jodeci. How turned on are we right now? Whew, is it hot in here? Probably just menopause. But anyway, single people, you still have to deal with all of that sexual tension. Like when we heard Stop the Spread, I don't think it was supposed to be taken literally. Like, yes, barbershops were closed, but legs can still open. You know what I mean? You can still get that happening. To be honest, though, I don't really know what's worse, the restrictions or the recommendation. I mean, public health is out here with all kinds of tip sheets and handouts. Have you seen this stuff? It's crazy. It has all the awkwardness of a 1985 sex ed class, but without the glitter headbands and the rubber bracelets and leg warmers and stuff. Thank God, anyways. And the recommendations, I think they're kind of crazy. They're just a little bit crazy because even if you vax that thing up, as Juvenile said, it's still safest, they say, to have a solo mission, as in you are your safest sex partner. Fun, fun, fun. No. But if you want to have a little company, because of course, who wouldn't want to have a little company? You can try a mutual self-pleasuring video conference. Yes, a mutual self-pleasuring video conference. What does that mean? That's kind of like all I want to do is zoom, and you're, like Rex and Effects might have been onto something. That's what I'm saying. So how it works is you don't touch them and they don't touch you. But instead, you do it to yourself, and then you try to watch each other while balancing all of your accoutrements, So try to get something going on while you're holding your phone, lube, vibrator, nipple clamps, butt plugs, Dettol, fever grass, Vaseline, Tiger Balm, corned beef sandwiches. What? I'm a Caribbean woman. We like to be prepared for every eventuality. But I say all that to say, clearly, it's a lot. Self-pleasuring on camera, it sounds fancy, but it just doesn't have the same oomph to it. Meanwhile, us married folk are out here going buck wild. Sex hasn't been this exciting in years, let me tell you. We don't even have to be safe. I mean, we're just going crazy. No masks, no dental dams, no condoms. Or, like I said, I already have 4 kids. Clearly, no condoms was already a movement around here. Nope. No sexual PPE for us whatsoever. Just 2 wild and crazy spouses breathing moistly well before midnight in the missionary position, face to face, bitches. Whoo! Yes. Trust me, it's the best 7.5 minutes ever. And you better get your money and look out for my middle-aged, married, missionary position OnlyFans, because I got to put these kids through college. Thanks. I'm NOJ. Have sex, stay safe, and please enjoy the rest of the show.
That was spicy. I liked it. Our name is Mirchi, which means spicy, so that felt very good for now. And wow, NOJ, thank you so much. She's performing on our show for the first time, and that was really funny. That was wonderful. Sound off in the comments, man. That was great. She talked a lot about eating ass, and that makes me think about bidets. Should you get one? I don't know. Is that a thing people are getting? Tell me. It seems like a logical thing. It's like you don't wipe your skin off with a towel and call yourself clean. You know what I mean? You take a shower. I think I need it to be like a warm spray though. So if anyone knows about that, just send the link my way, the affiliated link from Amazon, or not actually, because they're ending the world. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about that. That was great. That was really funny. That was really wonderful. So thank you so much, Anoje. Very funny. Are you ready for our next performer? I don't know, but I'm going to give it to you anyways. So please, our next stand-up is Stephanie Panguish. She is one of the deadliest Indigenous aunties you'll ever meet. Originally from Womxn and ceded territory on Manitoulin Island, Panguish now stalks the streets of Toronto, terrorizing the local prudes. Her sexually loaded and educational, we swear, comedy will arouse your mind with insatiable thoughts of copulation and decolonization. Please put your hands together for Stephanie Panguish.
Hey, welcome everybody. I'm excited to be here tonight. Chimigwesh to Nilu for inviting me and having me here. Jay Nilu, we're bringing up something that I've been thinking about over the pandemic, which is the funeral. I actually started planning mine, and this is what I think. So I would like to be propped up, maybe on a stage, maybe with a mic, who knows? But I'm definitely going to have a VIP list, It's going to have a red carpet. It's going to be a really good DJ. Definitely have to have a gold casket. It's going to have bling on it, you know. People can take pictures with me. And when I was sharing this with my aunt, I was telling her, I was like, yeah, Auntie, I was like, it'd be cool. Like if I were to pass away, you know, before you do, this is what I want. I would like to be propped up as something that, you know, I've done in life. And what do I like doing? I like doing stand up. So I said, a lot of people do this down in Brazil. You know, they have their people, you know, propped up, and sometimes people will take pictures with them and they'll be doing things that they've done in life. And then when I told her this, she was like, what? She's like, you want a Brazilian when you die? I was like, shit, might as well. Maybe have a fan blowing in the background, have a real pretty dress on. Oh gosh, getting a little crazy there. Anyhow, I hear that last week was breastfeeding week. Now, I've heard this on Facebook world anyways, but a lot of my friends were posting details on how long they've been breastfeeding and how many kids they've breastfed. So I had my one friend, you know, she goes, it's been 2.5 years and with my children, Cadence and Candace. I was like, wow, beautiful. And then my other friend was like, it's been 1 year for me with my child, Adam. I was like, wow. And so I posted 15 years with my ex. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh gosh. Man, just sounding all bitter there for a second. Oh, bitter ex. Not even. Yeah, we still talk. We're good co-parents. COVID. That's been pretty crazy these past, what are we at now? 70 weeks or something? But I'm actually really happy to be here with you all today because I got COVID in December, and it was actually pretty scary. You know, I didn't know who to tell. I didn't like call anybody right away or anything, but I did what I do most. I shared it with Facebook. So I shared my results online, and I had an outpouring number of people, you know, offering to drop off food and medicine and batteries for my toys. Yes, you heard me. I wasn't going to be sick without receiving some good vibes. Like, what was I supposed to do? I had hours alone, no human contact, and I learned what 30 seconds of bliss is really like. Ooh. Yeah, it was quite interesting, though, having COVID. Like, my mom, she called me. She was crying, really upset that I didn't call her and tell her. And I had some exes messaging me because they were trying to, like, you know, hit this one more time. And my cousins, they were holding off on paying me back to see if they actually had to pay me back. Oh man, vaccinations. I haven't been vaccinated yet. I'm still considering it. But I've noticed that, you know, a lot of people were thinking of ways on how to talk to like our community about this, like Indigenous community specifically. And I'm like, okay, well, if I go back home and let's say I wanted to talk to my uncle and, you know, if he was interested in getting vaccinated and we want things to go back to normal, you know, I would be like, uncle, you know, if you're interested in getting vaccinated and you want to go back to ceremony, then, you know, you should. And, you know, if we want to talk to our aunties or whatever, you know, auntie, if you do want to go back to bingo and you want to get vaccinated, you should go do it. Or talking to my mom, Mom, you know, if you want to go back to Toronto, go see your Caribbean boyfriend. Oh, man. I've been doing a little bit of cooking this COVID. Not that much, though, but just enough to keep myself alive. I'm not that great at it, but I know I could do it. I was cooking one evening and one recipe called for parchment paper. And I was all proud of myself, go check up on my artistry, and I see a cloud of smoke. I used wax paper. Now, this reminded me of the time, that I bought cabbage instead of lettuce, or the time I accidentally made a jug of orange juice with a package from KD. And that was just last week. So, oops. I saw this meme on Facebook recently. It was very beautiful. It said, life needs more slow dances in the kitchen. What a beautiful moment, My friend and I talked about it, and, we laughed because we would likely bump into the counters, because Toronto loves to have small kitchens. She's like, you know what? You should just hop on the counter. I was like, me? Hop on a counter? You see me climbing up there like I climb on a dock from the water? Just one leg up there, just like, ugh, trying to roll my body onto the counter. Just probably red in the face by the time I get all sexy again. Ugh, nah, it's not for me. But yes, things have been quite interesting. Been learning a lot about myself too, and thinking a lot about, my community, and thinking a lot about, all the matriarchs that we have, because it's tough being a Native woman in today's society, Colonization has robbed many Indigenous nations of our language and culture and history, and it disrupted our ways of knowing. And, because of a lot of the messages that I received from society, telling me that I was less than because of my heritage, and I felt ashamed to be me. But then I started recognizing some of the badass Indigenous women who are proud, intelligent, and scary. And I did not realize how scary the women in my community are. Like, my dad's been divorced from my mom for 30 years, and he's still scared of her. Heck, my house was haunted, and the ghosts were even scared of her. Ugh. So, in my language, we don't have a word for thank you, but we've adopted one of our words, which is miigwech, in its place. And it actually means, I'm content with the words I've spoken. So in large gatherings, when one is done speaking from their heart, they could end with miigwech. Or when you're finished praying, at the end, you would say miigwech. So I'm thinking of other ways of using it, like maybe after sex, laying there out of breath, sweating, naked in somebody's backyard. I'd be like, miigwech for sharing your penis with me. Maybe incorporate some cool handshake afterwards or something. I don't know. We'll see. So people have been asking me to do some auditions. I'm not much of an actress, but you might see me coming up on some things. I'll see how my lame acting skills, if they flourish anytime soon. So I've been trying things like what kids call the TikTok, but I was banned because I was using it like the OnlyFans. Oops. Doing comedy online was kind of awkward. The first time I did it, it was pretty hard because I couldn't feel the energy from the people, kind of like how I can't feel it right now. But you kind of get used to it after a while, to hear the laughter in the audience. So I can't really tell if I'm funny So I'm just pretending I'm hilarious, and I'm just going to keep going with that. So the new things I've learned about myself that I can, as I've stated earlier, I can cook a little bit, enough to stay alive. I really don't like reading books as much as I thought. I have probably about a good 25 new books on my shelf, and nope, Netflix and Disney Plus has been my friend lately. And also, I really enjoy porn. You know, I have my favorites bookmarked now, and I can orgasm in less than 30 seconds. And you know what? I want you to try it. See how quickly you can orgasm. You know, I challenge you to beat my score. Let's do that. Let's have a orgasm challenge. Let's try that. Let's see if that'll trend on social media. Oh, man. But one of the things I like to do with my comedy is I like to kind of educate people, you know, on educate Canadians on, you know, policies that affect the livelihood of Indigenous peoples, like the Indian Act, for example. It's over 150 years old, and to this day determines who's Indian and who isn't. So I'm a status Indian, and let's say that I have a child with a Canadian, or even a non-status Indian, and my children follow suit. My grandchildren will lose all rights as a status Indian. Like, isn't that fucked up? So in my 20s, I had to think of the next 7 generations and bypass a lot of penis. The government is such a cockblock. Well, thank you again, Shimigwech, for having me. I hope you have a great evening, and we'll see you again soon. Bomampi.
Yay! That was so good, Stephanie. And if you can hear me, I'm sorry we let you go for so long. I couldn't flick up the light to let you know. But that was wonderful. Thank you so much. That was hilarious. Oh my gosh. Right now, we're gonna go to the next comedian. This is a fun one because bless her heart, but Zarina is stuck at work right now in a situation that it makes it untenable to perform on this show tonight live, but she was kind enough to send through a video. So we're going to play that one for you. Zarina Douglas is a producer and host of Things Black Girls Say, a comedy show at Comedy Bar. The next one is actually going to be August 22nd at Comedy Bar, which is like what? So reserve your spot at comedybar.ca. And I got to let you know, Things Black Girls Say was like one of the first, if not the first show that was like specifically geared towards a section of women of color. So bless you, Sabrina, for all the work that you've done. She is incredible, and she's been at the game for a long time. So I think you'll really enjoy what we got coming up next. So please sit back and relax and enjoy some Sabrina Douglas.
Everybody, welcome to my home, which is the hospital. I couldn't get the day off, but guess what? We're in the break room slanging jokes. I checked all my patients. They're good. They're 90-year-old ladies. They're sleeping. I gave them a Tylenol. They're fine. I told those nurses I'm on a phone call. It's so important. You need to watch my patients. Sorry I couldn't make it to the live. My phone wasn't working, and I wanted you to hear what I had to say as a healthcare professional, which is I'm tired, okay? Like, it's hard being a healthcare professional, especially if you're a parent. I'm a parent and a healthcare professional. Like, when am I gonna get my break? When am I gonna get my break? Like, you don't understand. I'm at work. All people are like, water, juice, Tylenol. I need to change. I pooped my pants. And I'm like, oh my God. And then when I come home, the kids are like, water, juice, Tylenol. I need to change. I pooped my pants. And I'm just like, aren't you 18 years old? Leave me alone. I just want a break. And this is messed up. If you're in a healthcare professional, you become desensitized to your own family's needs. And I feel bad. Like, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me. It was like a couple years ago. I just finished a 12-hour night shift. Like, it was the craziest shift. And you know how it is when you come home from a shift, you just want to take a shower, you want to watch TV, nobody bother you. So I'm coming in the house. I didn't even take off my uniform yet. And my husband meets me at the door. He's clutching his chest. He's like, oh my God, I think I'm having a heart attack. We got to go back to the hospital. And then I start clutching my chest. I'm like, oh my God, I just came from there. I'm not even going to get paid for this. Please, I don't want to go back. I know those nurses, they're going to make fun of me. I'm like so desperate. I'm like making every excuse that doesn't even make any sense. I'm like, have you tried breathing in the trees? They have oxygen. Please, just stick grass in your nose, roll around. Your pain will go away. Like, I just want to sleep. But then the paramedics completely understand my pain. When they came to the house, they were like, oh my God, you're a nurse and now you got to go back to the hospital. That's the worst. I'm like, I know. When I go back to the hospital, the nurse is like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? We're getting paid. What are you getting? I'm like, nothing. And they're like, why are you here? And I'm like, my husband, he thinks he's having a heart attack. He thinks he's dying. Then the nurses are like, where's your husband? And me and the paramedics looked at each other. We're like, oh my God, we left him at home. We're like dancing. Yeah. But like, it's crazy. It's so funny. People think they marry nurses and we're going to be so helpful. But we're like, am I working right now? And did I punch in? Maybe come when I'm on a shift. You know what I'm saying? That's when the caring begins and then it stops, you know? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm not. But it's crazy having a bunch of kids. I got a bunch of kids. I learned a lot having kids. You got to be careful what you say around those kids. You got to be careful what you tell those kids, even if it's funny. It bites you in the butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember my son was 6 years old. He's like losing his teeth. And that's such an adorable age because when they lose their teeth, they have no clue what's going on. You can mess with them a little bit. I remember my son pulled out his first tooth all confused. He was just like, oh my God. And I feel like as a mother, I'm supposed to tell him what's going on, but forget that. I'm like, you're falling apart. He's like, no, your arms are next. Don't pick up your toys. Don't pick up your toys. But kids nowadays ask way too many questions and you got to be careful how you answer them. I'm like, put your tooth on the pillow and Tooth Fairy's going to come and give you money. He's like, oh my God, how's she going to get to the house? I'm like, I don't know. She's going to climb through your window. He's like, what does she look like? I'm like, an old white lady with wings. I remember that from somewhere, but I freaked him out. He was like, I don't want no white lady in my room. I'm going to swallow my teeth so the old white lady won't come. I'm like, oh my God, that's how they make racist people. So I just ended up using it as a disciplining method. I'm like, you better clean your room or the old white lady's going to come and get your teeth. He's like, where is she? Where is she? I'm like, she's at the nursing home. You want to go see her? I work with a whole bunch of old white ladies who used to have wings, but now they got wheelchairs. They got wheelchairs. My daughter, when she was little, asked me what a period was, and I thought it was too soon to give her the complete truth. So I just, told her a story. It was a cute little story, pretty harmless. I'm like, as the days go on, your body fills up with so much stuff. Then at the end of the month, everything comes out. She's like, what comes out, mommy? I'm like, oh no, I wasn't expecting that question. What comes out? So I don't know why I thought of this. Butterflies and fairies. She's skipping away happy, but then I started freaking out. I'm like, what if she gets older and she's in the bathroom and she's looking in the toilet? She's going to hate me. She's going to be like, Mommy, I thought you told me there were butterflies and fairies. I'd have to be like, you kill them all. What did you do? You're not supposed to keep them in that long. Oh, no. Yeah, that's my favorite joke. A lot of people love it or hate it. It depends. It's so funny, like growing up. I'm traumatized about my birthday. I was born July 7th, 1977. Crazy birthday. When the creditors always call me, I hate when they verify my birthday. They're like, when's your birthday? 7/7/77, but I'm not lucky. They're like, you're lucky. We wouldn't give you a ticket right now, but now we're not saying you're lucky. They're like, you're lucky. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Why do I have all these bills? Why are you telling me about my debt over the phone. Like, it's so annoying. And this is what messed me up with my birthday. Like, I hate telling everybody about my birthday. My parents, my dad would come in my room and lecture me every day. He would be like, "You were born the 7th month, the 7th day of 77, and you're lucky, and you're gonna pick a lottery numbers, and we're gonna win. What is the lucky number?" And I'm like, "I don't know." He's like, "You know what? You mean you refuse to help us? Where's the change your shitty diaper? We feed you. Why you want the family to suffer? Why you want the family to suffer?" That's my dad. And one time the cops pulled me over and they're like, "When's your birthday?" That's how Brampton police talk. They're like, "When's your birthday?" And I'm like, 77. They're like, "You're lucky." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And they're like, "You're lucky. I wouldn't give you a ticket right now, but no, I'm not saying you're lucky." And I'm like, "I'm lucky." And I started crying. And you know how it is. Cops are scared when black women cry. It's amazing. One time I got pulled over and I had my daughter's car seat in the back, and I didn't want the ticket. I was just like, "My babies." And the police were like, "Go home to your babies. Go home to your babies." I'm like, got out of that one. Yo, I think I screwed up that last joke, but I am not re-recording this. Okay, I'm in the break room by myself, so don't worry. I don't need a mask until somebody breaks in on me. And I don't know how any of y'all look, but I'm pretty sure you look amazing. And thank you for having me. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but this is so live. It's happening the same time that the show is happening. I'm just going to email it to Nilu. Okay, thank you guys. Good night.
Oh my God. That was perfect. That was perfect. I cannot believe that she was working. And that I think Netta says this in the chat, that beep in the background is our new anthem. That was incredible. Oh my God. There it is. That was so funny. Oh, she's so great. Yeah, and check out more of her. Go to the show at Comedy Bar on August 22nd and wear your N95 mask and just go have a nice time. Oh my God, that was so great. Thank you so much, Sabrina. Okay, so for our last little bit tonight, we're going to do some improv. I have a special place in my heart for improv because that's kind of where I got started. And it took me out of my depression because it's just people making up some bullshit and supporting each other and having fun. And we're about to see some delightful improv right now. So please, can I bring to the stage Monica and Caroline? Hey! Hello. I can hear you guys?
Yes. Hello.
Hello. Awesome. Okay, so tonight we're going to play first a game called Teleprompter. And what Teleprompter is, to explain to the audience, is we're going to have these two wonderful performers do a scene. But sometimes they won't know the words that they're supposed to say. Like, it just goes out of their head. But thankfully, they have the teleprompter to look at. And that person is Netta. Can I have Netta up on the screen? Netta, our delightful on the Mirchi team. She's our social media coordinator and just general, like, beautiful angel who saves my life on the regular. So Netta is here to join us, which is very fun, and they are very good cuties. Thank you, Jillian Welsh. So what's going to happen is I'm going to give you some inspiration for your scene, and then you just take it away. And then if you can't think of the word, just point at Netta. And wherever you have to point to Netta, and she'll mouth a word. You won't hear it, but then you're going to have to tell us what it is and keep going with your scene. Yeah? Clear? Clear as a bell?
Yeah.
Love it. So we didn't get a specific suggestion for this, but what I'm going to pull something from the chat. So your inspiration for this is batteries are essential. You can take me out of it.
Did you find them?
No, I couldn't find them. I looked in the bed and there were no batteries to be found. Okay?
I checked the cupboard. I checked the storage box. So what? We're just going to sit in the dark?
Well, then we don't need to look at each other. We're tired of each other. I'm done to see your face. I see your face in the morning, in the afternoon, when I sit on the couch and I close my eyes, I imagine your face. So maybe right now we don't need to see each other.
You know, I say let's take it a step further. Maybe I don't need to hear you. Because you know what? Every time I'm in a meeting, I hear you. Every time I'm at the grocery store, I hear you. And every time I fall down, I hear you. Just down, I hear yada, yada, yada.
Oh, wait a second. So you did went to the groceries and hurt me. So when you went to the groceries, you didn't think, oh, maybe we need batteries. No, you said, I have bananas, I have meat, I have sausages, because you love sausages. But guess what? Sausages don't give energy to the thing that brings the light. They give energy to your body.
They make me happy in a way you don't make me happy. I love a spicy Italian sausage and I will not apologize for it.
Huh? You won't apologize for it. But would you apologize for loving you know who?
Oh, it's funny you bring that up because guess what you know who told me? They said, when you've got strings, they go over there.
I know who said that. Christina. Christina, your best friend.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Christina is a woman I will go everywhere to. I will go up and down, over there, under the couch, on top of the bed, because I love her.
I didn't even know you knew her. When did this... Did it begin when we were at the clearance mall?
Yes. And you know what? You were on sale, and I didn't want to get you. But I did want to get Christina with my $5.99 I had in my pocket.
Well, I went into Kate Spade and I got myself a black letter Christmas tree. Because you know what? I don't need you either. I'm happy filling my void in my heart with things. I'm glad I can't see you right now. Because if you could see me, you'd see that I was clowning around with shoes.
That was perfect. That was a perfect scene. Big hand to Nana for all of that wonderful inspiration and teleprompting. Eh? Yeah, you're not rusty. This is perfect. So the next scene that we're going to do is called Scene 3 Ways. And what's going to happen is that Monica and Caroline are going to do a scene, a simple scene, a relationship. They're gonna feel it out. They're gonna do some things with each other, and it's gonna be beautiful. But then after, I'm gonna suggest the next kind of scene that they're gonna do, and they're gonna apply a genre to that exact same scene. So it might be something like a Western or a horror or a Bollywood film. It won't be a Bollywood film, but it'll be something like that. And I think some of you have provided some suggestions in the chat. So if you want to keep that going, that would be wonderful. And I'll pull for that. And we're going to do it another time. Maybe throw a curveball. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. But we'll have some fun, right? Yeah. Sure. And and I'm going to pull this from the YouTube comments again. And your suggestion is going to be, the government is such a cockblock.
We can't keep producing chickens. The government just said no to cucks.
It's my livelihood. What else am I gonna do if I can't raise my chicken farm?
You can do cows.
Cows. But I like when I could go into the little coop at night and they all circle around my feet and they go a little pecka pecka pecka. Pecka pecka pecka.
Not anymore. I need to tell you something. I am the government.
Oh no, it's Big Gov!
And I hate cucks. I hate when they do pekka, pekka, pekka. I love the moo of the cows. So, that's it. Oh man, I'm sorry, but I'm taking all your cucks and I'm blocking you for getting any others.
No, not my cocks!
So we remember all of that. Yeah, we
Yeah,
remember all of that.
yeah,
it was,
I remember.
it was a perfect scene. It was perfect scene. Poor Cox. So I'm gonna pull a suggestion from the audience suggestions, and the genre we're gonna apply is a romantic horror.
Pekka, pekka, pekka.
Alas, I cannot. For my sweet demon fowl. Wilt thou taketh them?
It is me, the cuck you love. But the government has blocked me to pekka, pekka you.
Oh, you sweet misunderstood monster. Perhaps there's a way. Perhaps we could. I know a scientist. He's mad, but perhaps he can make it so that you could be one of the fowl.
It is me, the scientist, and also the government, and I block you from cocking this cock.
Oh no, but I love you also because this is romance.
And if you notice, that was the exact same scene, wasn't it? I was like, perfectly done. Amuse bouche. Your last one, we're going to apply a filter of film noir.
I was cocking around when I saw her. She was standing there, trying to get all the chickens. She always looks so good when she carries those eggs.
Hey, Gumshoe. I got a problem, and there's only one guy that can help me, and that's you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you see, I got these little peckers around me, and someone's been knocking at my coop going, hey, Gams!
Well, guess what, sugar woman? I don't know. I am the government, and I prohibit you from cocking and blocking.
The fuzz strikes again!
Oh, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. We actually don't have time for another game, but that was wonderful. Thank you both so much for bringing all of your heart and soul to the screen. God bless you. I love you. Give it up for Monica and Caroline. That brings us to the end of our show, everybody. We're gonna do something hopefully in the future in real life, depending on life. But in the meantime, we would very much appreciate if you would want to send us donations our way. If you go to our Bad Dog page, which I think Sean will throw up there, right there, that thing. There's a form at the bottom where you can select whatever amount that you'd like to donate, and we would certainly appreciate it. It'll go towards paying the performers and all the other costs that we have involved with the show. But otherwise, thank you so much for coming out. It means a lot. And we love that you support us, and we hope that you're keeping safe and healthy and maybe get the vaccine. I don't know. Maybe. I think it's a good idea. Whatever. Thank you, everybody, and our wonderful performers. High fives all around. Good night.